Hi, welcome to the Reluctant Sisters podcast. I'm Sarah and I'm coming to you from southeastern Connecticut. Welcome to new viewers. I hope you enjoy it. And welcome to returning viewers. Thanks for coming back. I know it's been a little while. I'm the queen of procrastination, and then with summertime it's easy to come up with better plans. So here I am now. It's about time, right? I'm Sarah JG2 on Ravelry and Sarah Gautreaux on Instagram, and those links to those profiles are in the Reluctant Sisters Ravelry group, where we have a new member, so thank you for joining. I think it's a good group. There's a good amount of participation. We have CALs going on. We have the Reluctant Cal. You don't have to be reluctant to knit anything. It's just a name that's stuck. The Cal, where are we? July and August is you can knit anything. What else? You can knit anything. It can be a work in progress. You don't have to be reluctant to knit it. And if you knit something from a stash that you've had from December 2016 or before, you can post that picture twice for an extra entry. Let me show you what I've decided to do for a prize for that. And then we'll go ahead and draw the prize because I haven't done that for May, June. So I'm part of the Highland Handmaids Fiber Club. She's got a fiber club. I know she's got yarn too. I think it's sock, weight, and worsted. There's a couple options. She's at shop.highlandhandmaids.com if you're interested. This is the June club, so anybody that's in that club should definitely have it by now. It's almost time to get the July installment. So this is one of my acquisitions, but I thought it'd be good for a giveaway. So this is from Highland Handmaids. Surf Shop is the colorway she chose this month. It's in Cheviot. I had to start putting the dates on the braids so I knew when I got it. It's so 4 ounces of Cheviot. It's a feltable. It's not superwash. But if you're a spinner and you win this prize and you'd like to spin it, I'll send you the braid. If you're not a spinner or don't want to spin it, I'd be happy to spin it for you. Cheviot is good for socks. It's a little bit of a more sturdy yarn. So like socks, mittens, stuff like that. So I hope that prize sounds good to everybody. Oh, the reason I thought that doing old stash as an extra entry this time, I've been really obsessed with spinning old fiber, well, not old fiber I've had in my stash for a while, up to 2 years for some of it, with Tour de Fleece happening with the Tour de France race. I really got like on a mission to spin up some of those old braids I had. But we'll talk about that more after. I feel like this is a little too high. Okay. So I guess we'll get into the prize winner for the May-June Reluctant Along. Let me see. So I'll show you the prizes. It's 2 skeins of the Brooklyn Tweed Shelter in the Tallow colorway. So it's 140 yards each. That was donated by Maria Seductive Berry on Ravelry. And she also donated her prize. Let me find. I should have had this ready. I'm sorry. My notebook. I put it in my favorites so I'd remember. Let's see. That is not what I want. Bundles. Hold on one second, I'll find it. Okay, I should have had it ready and I should remember by now. I've said it enough. It's the bow hat pattern. Well, it also comes with the cowl, but the yarn in this prize is enough to make this hat. And they used this yarn to make the hat, so that's one of the reasons we chose it. And then the second prize will be a pattern of the winner's choosing. Oh, I forgot to introduce my co-host today. I brought her upstairs with me. Here's Su Ling, my pug. She's 8. You might hear her snoring later. What do you think? She always looks sad. Oh, you got a sad face? So we'll see if we hear snoring later. That will definite possibility. Okay, so the winner of the yarn and the hat pattern, it was number 3, Knitting Mary B, Marion, Wisconsin. So congratulations. And just message me on Ravelry with your address. And I drew a second prize. We had 80 entries. And I drew from 2 through 88, obviously. It's Hook and Glitter, Judith from the UK, so you can get a hold on me on Ravelry too and pick out a pattern. I did not make notes. It was enough, it should be enough that I even recorded, so I'll do my best to stay on task as much as I usually can. Oh no, I left my sock blockers downstairs, I'm sorry. But I'll just dive into finished objects. So this is my, what is it, June socks from the Knitting Expat Sock Club. I can never remember. Let me go into my projects, that way I'll know what I made, hopefully. I finished the July socks too. Oh my goodness. I know after you knit them so much you think you'd remember them, but the name always slips my mind. Alright, oh, Times Square socks. The speckles make it a tiny bit difficult, tiny bit to see the pattern. It's kind of it looks like a cable. It's more of like a twist over several rows. But, yep, I like it. It came out cute. Let me go back because now I don't know if I have my yarn tag with me. There they are, Times Square socks. I used Plymouth Yarn Happy Feet 100 Splash in the Purple Iris colorway. So it's just a commercial yarn, but it's very soft. I like it. I think it's a 90-10. Let's see. Yeah, 90 merino, 10% nylon, so it's super soft. This is where I was last time I podcasted, which was the beginning of June, I think. So it's been too long. I think these will be a gift. I'm not sure for who yet. And then, where's my bag? My FO craziness. I put them in here. But I grabbed them. Bad podcaster. Well, anyway, I will post them on Instagram later today because I haven't done that yet. And you can see them there. Oh, let me show you this. This is one of the last, this is the last FO I can show you, knitting wise anyway. I've been busy with these monkeys. These are this string together pattern from Susan B. Anderson. It's a $10 pattern, but it also comes with frogs and mice and the monkey option. So I started knitting these because a friend of mine asked for some for her grandson, and as I was knitting them I thought they would be really cute for Mina's new baby. because I had plans to go and see her. I went and saw her on Wednesday in New York, and I thought, oh, well, I have to bring these because they're too cute. So I made Layla some. She seemed to like them. And then my nieces saw me making them. So this one is for Charlotte. She wanted pink. This is just some leftover pink hand spun I had. It uses a worsted weight. I had more DK in my stash of scraps, so I just went down 2 needle sizes and followed the pattern normally. It's, I don't know if you call it knit in one piece. There's no seaming. I know that's an accurate way to say it. You knit the body, and then you add the color for the head. You knit the head, and then you add the face, and you decrease down like that. And then she tells you where to pick up, and you knit I-cords. And you can put this loop anywhere. She tells you how you can make a loop. You can put it on the tail or the feet too. Or, you know, and you just do one, and then you can string them together. So they're sweet. I made a whole rainbow for Layla. I think maybe I'll do that for my friend too, because now I haven't even gotten around to knitting the ones that I was going to keep for my friend. Ooh. Oh, am I attached? Oh yeah. I'll show you this one while I'm at it. I think this might be my only knitting whip, so I'll just go ahead and show it all at the same time. So this is, see, I'm almost to the foot on this one. So I just ended up, I don't know, always putting the loop on the left side, but you can do it anywhere. So you can string them together like that, or you can have it going down, you can have it hold the foot instead. This is some of the Tanis Fiber Art DK that I had left from the prize I won, and I'm knitting a Camaro sweater that is in hibernation right now for some reason. Why do we do that, right? But so this is one of the colors. This is for Olivia. She picked out the purple. And the brown, I think the pink is just, I mean the face color I used is just some commercial yarn that I'm also using for my Camaro sweater, the bottom part. It's Valley yarn. Hair off of it. It's the Northampton. It's feltable, so these little toys will just have to be, you know, hand washed if they get really dirty. I think this is considered a worsted, but it's 247 yards for 100 grams, which is more of a DK. But I'm just using it for the faces. Since the this brown is hand spun, and it's also not superwash, so I didn't mind using a non-superwash for the face. I'm looking, oh, here's the label. So that will bring me, I'll just go into the FOs for spinning now. So the brown, this naturally brown yarn is from West Elm Farm in Pembroke, Massachusetts. I got this 2 years ago at the first Connecticut Sheep and Wool festival that I went to. They are at westelmfarm.com. And I don't know why I haven't spun this sooner. I don't know why it's been sitting there for over 2 years now. It's Corriedale top. It's the softest Corriedale I have ever felt. It's organic Corriedale top, and it's 25.8 micron, which is super soft. It was nice and squishy, and had the same kind of grab like a merino or a tarhi. They're very like squishy and spongy in a good way, so I'll have to look for them next year when I go, because it's beautiful. And what is here's another, my next one, my next spinning. I did mostly it's worsted yarn because one, it's faster, and two, I don't have a lot of worsted in my stash. It's not like pretty sock yarn where you can just grab it. Worsted isn't my first weight that I look for, so if I need it for a project, I always have to buy some because I don't have any. This is when I was in the Into the World Club, July 2015, so it's another 2-year-old skein. It's called Mud, Bogs, and Moonshine. So it's kind of like swampy or camouflage colors. I didn't write down what I got. It's a worsted, so it'll be nice for a hat or something. Something manly, I think. It's for my brother-in-laws or friends' husbands or something. I finished this right before Tour de Fleece to clean off my bobbins. This is Fat Cat Knits. What is this? The Quackery colorway. I got this recently when I went to Stitches United in Hartford a few months ago. It's 72% superwash merino, 14 bamboo, 14 trilobal nylon, which is Firestar, which makes a shine. And I wrote down what I got. A heavy fingering to sport. I got 348 yards for this 4 ounces. I liked that she had. I got this at the Madison Wool booth. She had this color in several different fiber bases, but I liked the way the dye took to this fiber combination better. It just seemed a lot brighter. And what else do I have? Just some bits and bobs I did of worsted. Let me see. No, there's more. This is another one that I've had for a couple of years, I think. I think it's been a couple of years that I joined her. Highland Handmaids. This was from the first year I was in it. I didn't write down then when it was from. But this is Duck Fluff. It's also Cheviot. I think the sun has moved, so it's a really pale yellow. I think I've got the sun reflecting off something, so it might look a little more darker than it is. So Cheviot 4 ounces. I think I did another worsted. What did I want to do? Oh, I thought since my friend asked for monkeys, because her grandson loves monkeys and he's got a bunch of stuffed ones, that I thought maybe I'd make a banana. I saw a pattern on Ravelry that uses a zipper for the peel so you can open it, so maybe I'll do something like that. I'll let you know. So, duck fluff. I was on a mission. And then I think this is my last one. Last but not least, this is another one from the same year, my first year joining the Highland Handmaids Club. I couldn't find my tag, but this is Tarhi. This is the Carmine colorway. I haven't washed this yet to set the twist, but I'm thinking worsted because that's what I was spinning for. So I think it'll look its best one after I wash it, but I wanted to take it off the bobbin and show you. But yeah, it was very productive spinning wise. So yeah, I think, what did I make? 5 monkeys? Six monkeys for the Layla, and then almost 2 more for that, and then I need 1 more. I have 3 nieces, so Evelyn wants blue. And then I have to make some for my friend. Which, I'm not a big toy knitter, but Susan B. Anderson's patterns are the least finicky and fiddly, I think, for a toy pattern. You don't have to sew anything. Everything's pretty seamless, where she has you pick up what you've already knitted, which makes it easier. Oh, here's more handspun finished. This I also got 2 years ago when I got the the brown Corriedale. I can't find the tag. This is some Gulf Coast native. So I don't have my tag, so I don't know where I got it from. It had a lot of veggie matter, like, grass and little hay and stuff in it. And you can see, like, I had a bunch that I picked out while I was spinning, and then I still have quite a little bit in there that I don't know how it got in, but because there was just so much. But I'd never spun Gulf Coast native. It's super soft. I think it's either called a rare breed. I think it's called rare. I can't remember what the other name. They have different like levels of rarity, or what do they call it? Endangered. I can't remember. but I know it's at least a rare breed, but it's really soft. Oh, and I've been spinning a lot. Let me see if I can, ooh, long way to grab it. So I made myself another schoolhouse tunic. Actually, I made two, but the other one's in the wash that I made. This, I think it's by So Liberated. I really like the way this fits. It comes with like a tunic or a shirt length. This is an in-between length. I had to take like a few inches off of the tunic length because I bought this fabric for something else, but I wanted this pattern. I wanted this top again. So I just started from the other end of the fabric, and then whatever I had left, I shimmied it. So it's a little longer than the shirt, but a little shorter than the tunic, which is good. Oh, and here's my other whip. I almost forgot. Slash acquisition. I had a friend bring me some tea back from England when she went. Oh, I didn't keep my tag in there. I bought this at the woollythistle.com. It's West Yorkshire Spinners. It's their cocktail line. It's called Passion Fruit something. Can't remember. I'll try and put it down here. I'll be good and put little notes on the bottom. So I thought I'd knit my friend some socks as a thank you. So it stripes like that. I'm knitting these on 2.5 millimeter size US 1.5 ChiaoGoo needles. Sorry, the lighting is funny right now. I think there's a little bit of cloud, so it makes it a little funny. So I think the yellow is coming from the light bulbs. Anyway, I think that's, oh, under the pile. Here are my Yorkville socks. I still need to post them in the giveaway, the Knit Along thread and the Knitting Expat group on Ravelry. So that's how the yarn knits up and stuck in it. This is Black Market wool. It's a Rollins base, so it's merino nylon. And I think it's called the Grand Budapest Hotel at Night. So yeah, they're very squishy. I knit mine pretty long. I knit these a little shorter. I did these top down just for a little change of pace. But I have a big foot and I like long socks, so I knit my leg almost or as long as the foot. So there's that. Let's see. So on Wednesday, I got to go to New York. My mom and I took the train from New Haven down to New York, and we went and saw Mina and Layla. I haven't gotten to meet Layla yet. And so we went up to Mina's house, which was very nice. We hung around for a little while, and she made lunch. It was good. And then we left her and went and did a little yarn shopping. It turned, oh my goodness, there's always a story, right? It's always some kind of saga. But I wanted to go to Brooklyn General, but I'm like, oh, the Knitty City is open later, so let's do that. They're open till 8, so we got up there, took a cab, got up there about 6, and they were locking up. And it said 6 on the, Google. It said, 8 o'clock on Google. It said 8 o'clock on their door. And then they were locking up. So I guess the moral to that story is call anyway and see what time they're closing. Because I know it is a small business, so if they've got things to do and they need to close, they need to close. She was nice and said, is there something you were looking for? So I guess if I wasn't just going to go in to shop, if I knew and I had an idea and I knew they probably had it, that would have been fine, but I didn't. So we got in a cab in rush hour traffic and went down to Pearl Soho, which we got there like 10 minutes before they closed, but they seemed to be doing cleanup and stuff, so they didn't mind that we stayed 20 minutes late. They just locked the door and then let us out when we were done. They were so sweet. So Pearl Soho is always great if you get a chance to go to them in New York. They're on Broome Street. So my mommy was such a sweetheart and bought me some yarn. She's the best. So I got some Madeline Tosh Merino Light, which is a single. I love this yarn. I haven't bought it in a while, and I've been wanting to get some singles lately because there's a lot of great singles floating around Instagram, and it's been a while. So if you know Madeline Tosh, you know that this is Tarte, which might be the best red ever. I love it. So this is so 2 skeins for 840 yards. So this color, it reminded me of the dress and the shoes Cher wears in Moonstruck. And if you haven't seen that movie, it's a sin and you need to go watch it right now. Find it somewhere. It's wonderful. Got the best movie lines. It's awesome. It's got Olympia Dukakis in it, Nicolas Cage. It's funny. So I got that, and she bought me a tote bag. Look how cute. Their shop is really fun, and it's kind of separated color-wise, and they have Liberty of London fabric. Oh, I wish it wasn't $1 million because it's beautiful. I was thinking this has to be some kind of really decadent knit. I was thinking maybe Hitofude, but I have one already and I don't wear it as much as I'd want to use this. You know, I want to be able to wear this yarn all the time. So I guess that is an option, but I found this pattern when I was searching. It's Fantouche by Kate Davies. That's a nice big shawl. And look at this stitch. Oh, beautiful. So that just seems perfect for this color. I don't think I've knit a Kate Davies pattern. She has amazing patterns. And it says that Fantouche is, let's see, where does it say it? In Scots, Fantouche means fancy or a wee bit over the top, which sounds perfect for this red. So, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then I just have just some commercial yarn acquisitions. Joann Fabric was having a sale. What did they have? I went on the internet. I went on their website because their store, my store, doesn't carry this. I don't think, ooh, sorry, shaking you. I don't think that any of their stores carry this brand. I think you have to get it only from the website. But this is the Bergère de France Gumi 50. This is the Imprim Prune colorway. I think Imprim means striping. I think that's what somebody had said before. So this is a purpley stripe. I had bought this color a while ago. I can't remember if it was like Love Crochet or something I bought it from. This is the Imprim Beige everybody talks about. I bought it a while ago, but like I know that, oh, I can't remember her name right now. Anyway, I know that Susan B. Anderson just finished a pair of these socks, or finished one and is knitting the next. But I'm saving this yarn for myself. It's so cute. But they did have this color also on Joann's website. So I got the prune, and I've got, let's see, rose, the Imprim Rose colorway, which is going to be also, striping. I don't know which one of these will be for me and which will be for a friend. I'll have to see how they knit and if I love it. And then I also saw this one on there. They carry some Premier yarns at my Joann's, but nothing wool free, and I don't have the best selection. It's kind of a bummer that, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, maybe because I've already knit them all. I wish that my Joann's had a better selection. of like the Premier Deborah Norville or the Patents. It's like, I'm over these colors, I want the new ones. But this is Premier Yarns Wool Free Sock. It's 235 yards for 50 grams. My mother is allergic to wool, so I got her this. Seems very stretchy. What is it? What is the fiber content? 93 acrylic and 7 PBT. I don't know what that is. If it's elastic or nylon or... But got a little bit of a bounce to it, and it's really soft, so it might be a little more enjoyable to knit than some of the other wool-free options I've done in the past that feel more like cotton and don't have any give, which can be hard on your hands. But I guess that's it. Oh, I need to reblock this. I'm not happy with the fit, but I think it's because I can't find my T-pins, so I had to buy more. I have no idea. How do you lose a box of T-pins? But maybe pinning it I'll be happier with the fit, because it just isn't long enough, and I knit it the way the pattern says, but I don't know. So I finished my faded puntilla. So it's just the puntilla pattern from Joji Locatelli, and I faded it. So this is this is a color I dyed, so I'd have a different color for the little lace cuff. See, the cut, it's not as nice as it could be if I had pinned it out. The lace will be a little more open. And I dyed this black with my sister. Then this is Botanical Baddie from Les Mitos, which is perfect with the Lolo Did It Dowager Countess colorway. And then this is Uncommon Thread. I think it's Confetti. So I really like it. It's not really sweater weather right now, so I have plenty of time to reblock it and see what I think. But I think that's all it needs, is just a reblock. So I also bought the So Faded pattern, and I used those instructions on how to do the striping to fade it. I think I am going to do the So Faded sweater later. Oh, so speaking of sweaters, there's also the Rhinebeck sweater cal going on in our group. You don't have to be going to Rhinebeck. It's any adult sweater. 2 entries per person because it's a 2-day event. But per person, I mean, you can knit like 2 sweaters for yourself, and then if you wanted to, if you were or happened to knit 2 sweaters for your husband or significant other or another adult, you can enter those 2 patterns also. I think that's a good compromise. And if you just started watching the podcast or just found out about the cals, any of them, the cals for the, what am I trying to say? For the Rhinebeck sweater along, if you knit a pattern in March and you're just finding out about this knit along now, go ahead and enter that sweater. And that prize will be something from Rhinebeck. To be determined. So, I guess that's it. Short and sweet, all by myself. I feel like I crammed a lot of stuff in. I hope I wasn't talking too fast. But I guess that's it. Oh, one other thing. I know that Mina hasn't posted it yet, but she said she needs to, and it's not giving anything away. She's got a another mystery knit along for a shawl coming out. I think September 1st is when it starts. She hasn't really given too much other information besides its DK, and I can't remember who is making kits that you can buy, but anyway, it doesn't matter. She told me that because it's a textured shawl, which I think she already talked about or, you know, posted about, that it's 2 skeins. It's 2 colors. I guess you can probably just do it in 1 color, but it's going to be 4 skeins of DK. It's going to be, so 2 colors, 2 skeins of each color. So if you want to get on the lookout for that. She said it looks, because there's texture in it, it would look better in a tonal or semi-solid, a variegated kind of might lose, you might hide the texture. So that's something to think about. I think I might go down to Twist Yarn Shop in Niantic to look for some DK yarn, because like I said, I don't really have any in my stash, let alone 2 skeins of one color. Like, that would be the smart thing to do, right? But we never do that. Yeah, and I haven't been down there in a little while. It'd be good to support a local-ish yarn store to me, instead of ordering online. And they're really nice down there if you are in the Niantic area. I think there's also a new fabric store down in Clinton on the shoreline. I'll have to go check that out too. Yeah, that's what I learned. And then there's this other squishy pattern. I think she got yarn support from Primrose Yarn Company. It's not out yet, but oh, let me tell you, it's squishy and heavy in the best way. Oh, nice and cozy. So get ready to for any new patterns coming out from Mina, the Knitting Expat. She also has a podcast, which isn't as often as it used to be because of the new baby, but definitely check her out. Follow her on Instagram for any of that information. I don't know where she comes up with all these patterns. It's just, I never have an idea. I wonder if you either get ideas or you don't. I never do. I'm happy to knit other people's though. Okay, so just I guess that's it, and I'll leave you with that. So Knitting Mary B, number 3 was her number, and Hook and Glitter, she was number 82 from the Knit Along drawings. Get in touch with me and I'll get those prizes out to you. So I'll hopefully talk to you sooner than it has been. Bye. Oh, you want to say bye, Soodling?